The Big East and Big Ten Conference Tournament and TPC Bomb edition of the Bottom Line Bombs on the Sports Gaming Podcast Network is brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Rhythm is giving away a $250 future and throwing a March Madness party. Go to sportsgamingpodcast.com/party for details. Plus, compete against SGPN this March in epic college basketball survivor contest. First place gets $75,000. Enter at splashsports.com. SGPN and SGPN is giving away $2,000 on our free March Madness bracket competition. Sign up today at sportsgamingpodcast.com/bracket. I will get through this, and so will we. Welcome to the Bottom Line Bombs. I am your host, the Laddy Daddy, Scumbagger Vance, the Bet Detective, the man in the box, CJ Sullivan. Coming to you live from Eagle Rock, California, just outside of Compton, where this man is from. And not just outside. A nice safe distance away, if you will. But we're coming here live Wednesday, March 12th. Recording live, and if you're listening dead, that's later on. What am I talking about? Let me turn this off. Now I'm acting like one of those hip-hop DJs. One of those hip-hop DJs we hear so much about. Speaking of which, we've got a big show today. Big East and Big Ten Conference tournaments. I'll do that a little bit. A couple of the other big conferences I didn't get to the last show. But also the TPC Golf Bombs. Big golf event, the TPC at Sawgrass. The major that's not a major. And, of course, a man in a box segment at the end with my old nemesis, Southwest. But, yeah, the hip-hop DJ. That made me laugh, just thinking about that. I used to always love growing up. I'm originally from the South Jersey, Delaware Valley, Philadelphia area. I remember one of my friends from Pittsburgh, whatever, when they wanted to do game, when they would come sometimes when they'd visit, they were shocked about how many rap stations Philadelphia had, A lot of towns. I guess I took that for granted. If cities and towns didn't grow up with rap, radio stations. We had, 2 or 3 at least. Back, when rap was barely a thing. But I used to always love Power 99, Q Wiggity 102, Eagle 106 they would move around a little bit. Anyway, point is, when they would like promote like a summer fest or something like that, or any kind of concert, I used to always love when the rap DJs would radio disc jockeys. They'd tell you who's going to be there, all hyped up, and then they like throw sponsors' names in there, but with the same energy they brought when they're talking about, the rap groups. Like, Nice and Smooth's gonna be there. Smith and Wesson's gonna be there. Special Ed is gonna be there. Samuel Adams is gonna be there. Alizé. Shout out to Walmart. They're gonna be there on the backstage. Just like advertisers, but acting like they were musical acts. That used to always make a little man in a box giggle. That's for sure. Anyway, so we got a great show today. Thank you for everyone who's coming in. Like I said, who will be coming in live. I see the chat room already blowing up. If you're watching it on X, you want to hop on over to the YouTube. I put the links into YouTube now there, right on X. You can hop on over, get off of Elon's platform, and that way you can join the chat. Although X has got a chat too. I don't know what they're doing. They're doing fine. Just kidding. I already broke down what goes on. But if you just want to get off that X because that feed's not safe for work. Nazis and whatnots and the Nazis and what Nazis. It's weird. Man. But I'm really scatterbrained all over the place. I'll get into the show, but now that I'm talking about X. Here's a weird take. I got Clay Travis a lot in my feed, who's like the right wing sports guy, which is just a hilarious angle to take. I'm sports for right wing. Oh, cool. So you politicize sports, no matter what it is. That's great. And today he posted about this is the 5-year anniversary of when conference tournaments stopped because of COVID, and they need to shame for their failures. What are you talking? What victory lap? I just don't understand. Like the victory lap they think we did. Was there more worse for policy? Like it was this just America doing a lockdown. The whole world had it, and no one knew what was going on. My God, it's just I don't know. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I put myself, you know why? Because I had to post another video. The week of closure begins. I posted another end of my road to 10 million video. More casual. I learned some lessons driving. The next 2 will be on the beach. These 2 are driving. So I got to put them on all the forums. And when I go on the forums, then they're very good at content, connecting with you through their, they pretty much give you ADD, all these feeds and algorithms and what they do. And next thing you know, I'm on Twitter or X for fucking 4 hours after posting the video because they know how to get into your brain. I have no choice. It's like I have a job. It's like my job is to watch my brain rot. Anyway, this is a sports gambling podcast show called The Bottom Line Bombs, and I am your host, and we're doing picks with bits for tobacco use only. Thank you for joining. Thanks for coming in. Let's get the show going here. I got some new clip things I want to put in there. I got, it is March. This is a fun time, right? Fun time, fun. SGPN's giving away a bunch of stuff. We're giving away $2,000. On our free March Madness bracket. Let me see if I can get that up there. Hold on. I just uploaded it. I don't want to. Yeah, here it is. Look at that. Pretty good. Go to sportsgamingpodcast.com/bracket. Sign up today. $2,000. Not too shabby. I'm going to get a bracket in there. I'm not the best at brackets, but for $2,000, I'll toss my hat in the ring. Also, this is a good one, too. This one I'm definitely playing in. You can play against me as well on this one. Degenerates. Compete against SGPN this March in our $75,000 winner-take-all college basketball survivor contest. Enter at slashsports.com/SGPN. Go against Sean. Go against Ryan. Go against Kramer. Go against Moneyline Mac. Go against Kobe Dean. Go against me, the Laddie Daddy. Scumbagger Vance, bet detective, and try to win $75,000. It's a survivor. Now, just like Survivor in football, you pick one team each round of the tournament. You can't pick them again. Easy peasy, right? All right, fair enough. But like I said, it's March, so let's get into it. Boy, I feel like the show's already gotten away from me. I shouldn't. Let's recap real quick. We did hit our small college. So that's what's happening in March. You get the conference tournaments, the dress rehearsals, and it's nonstop. And this is where the sharps like to say, this is when the real college basketball is, not next week. If you're going to come to Vegas the week before. Okay, calm down. Calm down, professional gambler who hates people and fun. I get it too, but like if you're gonna go that far, why go at all? Why even go at all? I get the whole thing. Like, real people go to Vegas the week before March Madness because that's when the conference tournaments are. It's actual better basketball, better betting, no crowds, no fun. You can move around. Well, if that's the case, if you're going to put your social disorders that high, why go at all? I'd rather just stay home, period. But I will be in Vegas for the actual March Madness. But we hit Robert Morris. We hit Troy. We did, what else did we hit? Tell you what we're not hitting right now is Rhode Island. But watching these small schools, all these conference tournaments, even the big ones, like the Big 12, what was going on with that court? My Lord. That was hideous. I love when people think like this is going to go crazy. It looks like one of those things from Mallrats when you stare at the painting and another image comes at you. But these small schools, And Delaware almost won. We had UNC Wilmington last night. People are like, aren't these the stories you love? No, I don't like these Cinderella stories. I like a Cinderella story like Central Connecticut, although I also don't feel bad for them too. Everyone's like, I feel bad for Central Connecticut. They were number 1 seed all year. They had a great season. They should go to the tournament, but the way they set it up is some clown team like, St. Francis Assisi comes through and wins 4 games in 4 days. All of a sudden they go, well, what's the point of playing the whole season? But I don't care. They scored 46 points. You don't deserve to go. I don't want to see you. I don't care what your season was. Don't score 46 points in a championship game against some joke of a school. Stevie Elridge says he's late again. Going to spend more time looking at the foe. That's all right. You come late, come one, come all, C-generates. It's all right. Don't apologize. I just started. Trust me, I said nothing. I should have said something. I mean, I'm 10 minutes into the show, for crying out loud. I'm just recapping a little bit what we did there. I'm not saying I'm sick of college basketball already, but it's I can see where I won't have to pace myself. Thank God I wasn't invested in that Pitt Notre Dame game yesterday. Other than I kind of root for and against both teams. But Pitt got absolutely ridiculously robbed. I mean, who knows? They could have lost in overtime. The game should have went to overtime. But the refs called this foul. Notre Dame goes for the game-winning shot, the buzzer. He didn't miss it. Guy goes for the tip. Had a clean look at the tip. It doesn't make it. And the ref calls a foul on the rebound. The guy didn't even touch him. Which is funny because in college basketball, it's a completely different game than the NBA, where these guys hack each other and the refs just let it go. I mean, it's just collisions. So then for them to call that was crazy. And it was a bad call because both teams are going to the sidelines, to the huddles, because they're getting ready for overtime. Crowds, whatever, cheering. Coaches, no one in the building knew that this ref called a foul. He had to clarify to everybody. No, hold on, guys. Wait, whoa. Don't huddle up. I'm here to ruin the game and ruin their season. Why are you going to do that?
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
That's exactly what happened. And then they're like, Notre Dame's like, oh, okay. So what happens? We shoot a free throw and we win? Yep, that's what I decided. And then they went to go review it. They're like, well, you can't review. If you called the foul, you can't overturn it. Why not? And I get, even if you technically can't do it, make it up. Say, oh, well, he was out of bounds. No, he wasn't. Well, trust me, he was out of bounds. I don't care. I'm saying he was out of bounds. It's better than saying what I did was called a phantom foul for a team's season to be lost, which they did. Other than that, that was the college basketball. But we were doing okay, and we got our conference tournaments. I'll put in some more conference futures in there. We hit some small plays. The plays I gave out, I'll give out a couple more plays for tonight as well. Talk a little NFL, and then we'll get into the big conference bombs. Georgia -4. I'll get to that a little bit. American plays Navy. I like that. And Montana is our first future that can come in at +280. They played. They're 2.5 point dogs tonight. So let's ship the Grizzlies tonight, huh? Come on, Montana, we can do it. Who are they playing? Northern Colorado? Who gives a shit? They got to win. We got to get that shit. That, of course, is the Grizzlies. Gonzaga with a big win last night over St. Mary's. That game was kind of gross, though. Either way. The only NFL story remaining after all the free agents and all the tradings and everything left, basically the only one remaining is Aaron Rodgers, because of course. Aaron Rodgers. And he's trying to make a big thing about it. He's going to reveal where he's going on the Pat McAfee show, which is funny in a couple of ways. One, that Rodgers thinks we still care and are waiting on pins and needles for where he's going to go. Two, like he has a choice in this matter. He's like the kid getting picked last for dodgeball or whatever. All right, you know what? I'm going to go with Team B here. Yeah, no shit, because you're the last kid there. No one else wanted you. I'm thinking Pittsburgh, maybe, or the Giants. Who knows? Yeah, either one. Just tell either fan base who can be relieved. Because the other one is waiting on pins and needles that you don't choose them. Stop holding us hostage. It's also funny because, it came out that Pat McAfee pays Aaron Rodgers $1 million to do his weekly segment and interviews, which, whatever. That's how TV works sometimes, I'm sure. But it's funny because they denied it midway, because Rodgers just makes up lies for no reason. Like a Bob Dylan-esque liar, if you will. Like the whole immunize with a smirk. Like it's not like nefarious, his lies, but it's more mischievous, kind of like hijinks. And I don't get paid. Yes, you do. It's been reported. We know you get paid $1 million for it. And the fact that he's revealing this decision on the McAfee show, like it's breaking news that we care about, just certifies that, yeah, of course he's getting paid for it. But I like acting like being the last one picked is your choice. Like wanting the middle seat, I got the middle seat in the flight. I choose it. Middle seat, that's mine. Armrest. I want to sit on the armrest. That's what I like. Nah, who wants to sit by the window and have room? This is exactly what I like. I said I'm choosing backwards in the station wagon. I want to get nauseous the entire ride. All the brothers and sisters can sit in the normal seats. I want to face backwards in the trunk with the dog. Staring at a highway, getting absolutely sick. Oh man. Anyway, so we wait on for Aaron Rodgers' final choice tonight. Stevie Aldridge says his St. Patrick's Day bomb is at a few Sunday evening Smittix. Won't wreck his Monday morning. I'll give you a bomb for that. Pronounced Smittix, by the way. Don't tell you what. Ireland's not too. They're not too high and mighty about a lot of things, but they do take their pronunciation seriously. It's not Galway Bay, it's Galway Bay. It's not Smithix, it's Smittix. Boy, did they get on you for that. Oh, buddy, we're at an old one of those loud Philly Irish bars, Finnegan's Wake back in the day, and there was this band playing music. My buddy, Italian guy, Anthony. We used to get an Irish drinking songs. He goes, play Galway Bay. He goes, we don't. And here, stops his concert. Like hundreds of people in this place. Stops the show and looks directly at him. Goes, we don't know Galway Bay. We know Galway Bay. He's like, all right, fine. Play Galway Bay. He just stared at him and goes, mm-hmm. Well, you stand corrected. Then they go right into in Ireland. Anyway, that will be St. Patrick's Day is Monday. I will be here. I'll be doing a bomb show in Irish. Of course, you laddie daddy. You're Irish, McLevin, CJ Sullivan. Oh, Sullivan works on St. Patrick's Day. Can you believe that? Can you believe they make a Sullivan work on St. Patrick's Day here at the SGPN studios? Oh, but they got me a nice green merch shirt there. Says D-Gen on it. Speaking of which, you can go to the merch store under Merch Madness and get it. Get one of those. I'll be wearing it on Monday. But also, let me tell you about Edge Boost. Edge Boost. SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost, which is the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassles of having your credit card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards using your Edge Boost card, and you know your money's safe. The card is FDIC insured. Best part is no credit check, and it's completely free. Sign up today. Use promo code SGPN so you can get better cashback rewards and instant Tier 2 status. I'm going to use my Edge Boost rewards. I got new Edge Boost rewards on a nice future. I'm going to give it to you right in a second as soon as I tell you the edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. I put on the Georgia Bulldogs to win the SEC. And boy, do I got an SEC Georgia Bulldog story that also involves our next sponsor, MyBookie. MyBookie. Whatever I bet. He bets. MyBookie AG. We're brought to you by MyBookie AG. Did I put the right banner up? Yes, I did. MyBookie's your place to bet every sport, plus props for every game. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. A bet I like on MyBookie? Sure, I'll tell you guys that. I already told you. It is Georgia -4 tonight. Georgia Bulldogs. They play tonight in the SEC tournament. So head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for your promo code, or for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. All right, we are back here on the Bottom Line Bombs. I am your host, the Laddie Daddies. I need a college basketball name now, like a Naismith or something, but for the Bombino. Bombino is my baseball name. I need a name for every sport, what I bet, like Shaq does for every town he goes to. Let me get the latest line on MyBookie. Georgia is it's still 4. They're playing Oklahoma tonight, so let's lock that in. All right, now let's get back to it. Let me get into that. Let's start right off with the SEC tournament. Let me talk some conference tournaments. SEC is going on right now. SEC, that's the biggest. They're the best conference in basketball this year. Everyone's saying, ESPN's already saying it's going to be better than the NCAA tournament. I mean, dude, they just could not stand that the Big Ten and now the Big 12 overtook them in football. So now SEC has this 1 year in basketball. Now it's going to be better than the NCAA bracket. We get it. You paid a lot of money for SEC coverage. We understand. You don't have to show your bias that hard. My Lord. Just fucking let it be. Let it be. Let it be. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into the SEC tournament. Let me bring it up real quick here. It is taking place at... Hold on. Let me bring up... So many different conferences here. Is it happening in Alabama? No. Is it happening in Atlanta? Where do they play this game at? Missouri already won. I mean, whatchamacallit? Arkansas already won, which was good for me for my $20 into $20 million.
Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
No, that's what I was saying. Speaking of CGens, the last of the road to 10 million is up on my sites. The SEC tournament, which starts today, happening in Nashville, Tennessee. Of course it is, where the Predators play in Bridgestone Arena. A lot of teams, 16 teams in there. I'm sorry. So the top 4 seeds get double buys. Is that what they get? Triple bypass? Who knows? Now this bracket's loaded. Auburn's your favorite, plus 150. Then you get the Florida Gators, plus 270. Alabama, plus 425. Tennessee, 6-1. Those are your top 4 to get the double buys. They're all Final Four teams, capable. Then you have your next tier, very bettable. Texas A&M, 25-1. Texas A&M is a great team. They got one good player, actually. Kentucky can beat anybody. They're 20-1. Missouri, 25-1. They got an offense that can play with anyone. They don't play a lot of defense. Ole Miss did some damage, 65-1. Arkansas, 150-1. That's wild. But here's the one I like that I put a flyer on, and I just thought Georgia -4 tonight. They're a hot team. Now, do I think they're going to win the SEC tournament? Probably not. Their road is tough. They have to play Oklahoma tonight. Then they play Kentucky. Then they would have to play Alabama. And then most likely Florida. That's tough. And then, of course, Auburn in the championship. But they're 110-1. So what did Laddie Daddy do? What did the Dalai Lama do? Because he likes a good number. I went to mybookie.ag with my Edge Boost points, and I went to put $20. Just, fun little pizza money, as they say. Although pizzas don't even cost $20 anymore. Pizzas used to cost $10. I like when I say pizza money. Have you tried to buy a pizza lately? Try to buy a pizza delivered to your place for less than $40. Impossible. It's impossible. Anyway, so the Laddie Daddy, Dalai Lama himself, yesterday went to go place a Georgia Bulldog at 110-1. Just 10, 20 bucks. A little fun. Not my real play. I'm going to give out my real play, but why not? They're a hot team. They can get on a little roll. But the automatic scroll thing, when I went to put it in, all of a sudden shot it up to 2,000. And then it accepted my bet. I didn't even know what happened. I clicked bet and it went, whoop, 2,000. Next thing you know, 2,000 dropped from my account. Whoa, what happened? Oh, I just bet $2,000 on Georgia to win the conference tournament to win $220,000. Jackpot, baby. I mean, jeez. I mean, now we're fucking talking. Where I think we're talking. Hold on. We are. That's not what I wanted. I wanted billions. Where the hell billions go? I'll go to my own thing. Anyway, so that was obviously a mistake. And I contacted customer support there, mybookie.ag, some very helpful person in an island somewhere. And I said, listen, I'm trying to turn $20 into $20 million.
Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
But not that way, obviously. I've never done that. I obviously just made a mistake. I did not mean to bet $2,000 in Georgia to win the SEC tournament. Can you fix that, please? And then he starts asking me questions. Well, all right, when is it? I mean, and I just placed it. Like, it was like 2 minutes ago, you know. The game didn't start till the next day. And he's looking around. I mean, obviously, look at my other bets. Like 100, 200, not even. I mean, of a consistent place. Where have I ever bet $2,000? And why would it be on a 110-1 shot? Come on. You obviously don't. You're obviously not a devout listener to the man in the box. I have a strict plan to get $20 million. That's not the way I'm going. So shout out to my bookie. They fixed the problem. They put the bet down. They changed the bet to $20. They put the money back into my account. So I was happy about that. Although they gave me a little stern talking to on the way out. This is the last time there's a one time only. Don't get used to this. All right, my bookie, calm down. You think I wanted to do that? You think I'm pulling a scam here? Although I could have pulled a scam, to be honest with you, because the cash out they give you that early cash out option. It was like $1,500 or something for a $2,000 bet, so I would have lost $500 if I did that option. But they still had that cash out up there for the $20 bet, so I just would have profited $1,500. But the man in the box is a good guy. He knows that karma would come back to him. He's not going to do that, especially after my bookie looked out for me and did a solid. Actually, I tried it later on that night. It wouldn't work.
You lost it all.
No. Yeah. Technically.
Technically.
Well, you know how it is. But once we get that money, we will be flying.
Finally, Big Earn is above the law. It's a great.
It is a great feeling. Anyway, so that is that. So now I still want Georgia to win, and I'll win 2,000. But I also don't want them to win because I could have had 220,000 if I just left the bet there. So I hope they cover tonight. Let's just say that. But that'll be the worst feeling of a victory ever if Georgia wins the SEC conference tournament. But it should be a great conference tournament. There's also other great conference tournaments going on here. So I didn't finish my SEC. Missouri is actually interesting at 25-1 because they do have an elite offense. Kentucky as well. I mean, you're really crapping you, but like, if you want an actual play, and I know you do, and if you do want to follow my plays too, by the way, C-Generates, the website Tally Sites is a site that we all here at SGPN put our picks on. It goes on the SGPN app as well. But Tally Sites, you can click my profile, CJ Sullivan, the laddie daddy, the man in the box, and it has all my plays for all my sports there. And I set that up recently where it's very public because I've had people on X message me ever since I went on a college basketball show asking for my picks. And one kid or guy who, I don't know, called me the greatest handicapper he's ever seen in his life, or greatest picker. I don't agree with that. I mean, maybe I don't know who he's seen in his life. I don't want that pressure, to be honest with you. I gave him Marquette over St. John's. That lost. I was kind of happy. I'm like, I'm going to back off, buddy. Don't depend on me for your futures. Don't put me up in that pedestal, because I will come crashing down. Just kidding. But you can follow me, I'm saying, on there for all my picks. Because I know I only do a couple shows a week, and sometimes they go late. Anyway, back to the SEC tournament. I kind of want some. I mean, if you want to go someone on a run, I would go with Missouri at 25-1. I think they're even better than Kentucky. They got a nice clean shot because they're going to have a matchup with Florida. And then after they play Florida, if they get now, Florida's great, but Missouri can beat them. Then they have Alabama or Kentucky. All similar teams that they can run and gun with and then score with anyone. So next thing you know, they're in a championship game. Now if you're in a championship game with a 25-1 ticket, now you're sitting pretty. But I like Tennessee here at 6-1. They have the double bye, so they only have to play, and they got an easy route. They have to play A&M probably. A&M's a joke. Even though I said they're a good team. They are a good team. They were a good team, but Tennessee will beat A&M. You got your Rick Barnes coaching. You got tournament. I mean, this team is this Tennessee team's solid. They were number 1 in the country this year at one point. So after they beat A&M, then they got to play Auburn, who is the best team in the country, and then you're in a championship game. So basically, you just got one tough matchup versus Auburn. You're in a championship game with 6-1 is a nice solid number for a Tennessee team that knows how to play in the tournament. Let's bomb that. Tennessee with a sprinkle on Mizzou at 25-1, and please God, don't let Georgia win it all. That's my SEC pick there, and that's Southern basketball. Let's look at another conference here before we get into another ad break here, because this is getting soon. Then I got to talk. Then we got to talk TPC, because that's a huge golf tournament. I got to drop some bombs, and I got to give a man in a box. So much going on. I'll give 2 of my other favorite conferences: Big Ten, Big East, and MAC. That's what I'll give out, and then we'll talk off. Big Ten used to be a fun conference tournament because it was in Chicago, and now it's, I mean, which I didn't. When I lived in Chicago, you would see, I mean, it's a Big Ten city anyway. It's just Indiana's and Wisconsin's and Michigan's and Minnesota's. Everything begins with an M. Minnesota, Michigan, Michigan State, Wisconsin, whatever it is. Playing for bronze agricultural equipment. And now they've moved it to Mindiana. And that's, quite frankly, that's where this place belongs. That's where this tournament belongs. Indianapolis. Get this shit out of Chicago. We don't need you cows grazing around our city, for crying out loud. But how boring would that be? Michigan State is doing Michigan State things. Izzo's got them playing incredible. They're destroying teams. They are the favorite at plus 250. Terps have been on fire. They're plus 350. They're a 2 seed. Then you have this fraudulent Michigan team. They're the 3 seed at 12-1. UCLA could do some damage at plus 650. Wisconsin is next 650. Purdue at 650. Illini plus 750. Oregon is interesting at 28-1. But the problem with Oregon is, and I mean, Dan Altman, who's better than them, Oregon in the tournament, they're great. The problem with Oregon is they're in the tournament regardless, even if they don't do any damage here. So you want teams that are hungry, at least a little bit. Purdue won this thing last year. Of course, they had Zach Edey. I'm kind of like them at 650 there. It's kind of an interesting number. Let me take a look at the bracket, how it sets up. Did they do triple? I mean, there's so many teams in the Big Ten. 15, 5 still didn't even make it. So Purdue doesn't have the double bye, but they do have. You need someone with at least a bye. That's why you can't go with any of those Rutgers or USC's or Iowa's or Ohio State. Although I do like Ohio State tonight to beat Iowa. But when you're looking at a Big Ten tour, you want something that's very Big Ten. And what is more Big Ten than Purdue, Lafayette, Indiana, the Boilermakers, Engineer School, and nothing worse than the intellectual Indiana world. I don't like it. They got an easy path. They'll play Rutgers or USC. Then they play Michigan. Michigan, as we know, stinks. They're a fraud. Then they got Maryland. And then you're in a championship game with probably versus Sparty. So if you can hold a plus 650 ticket with Purdue against Michigan State in a championship game, that's something I'm willing to go to war with. Indiana, they need to win some games, and I can see them with a home crowd doing something as well. They have to play Oregon. I'll take Indiana over Oregon. Then they got to play Sparty. But like I said, they'll have a home crowd there. That's interesting. What is Indiana's number? 60-1. Oh, let's do a little sprinkle in Indiana, because that Woodson, he's hilarious. He's a fired coach. There's nothing better than a dead man walking coach. That they did that some other team did it last year. They fired him. They made him hang around for insurance reasons, and he won the conference championship. Anything can happen in March. So my official play is Purdue plus 650 to win the Big Ten, and sprinkle a little bit on those Indiana Hoosiers for Gene Hackman, 60-1. The details of the Gene Hackman story, by the way, yikes, what is going on there? The whole story was odd, obviously, but it was one of those things where, like, well, let's not look into it. He was 95 and he was Gene Hackman. He was 95. He died. They found the wife dead. She was like a 60. And then the dog died too. What? Like, oh, carbon monoxide? No. Now it turns out it was staggered over weeks at a time. The wife was mummified, for crying out loud. The dog was wrapped up. And the dog was in a cage. He probably starved. Jesus. Gene Hackman, did he have Alzheimer's? And the kids aren't checking up on him? What the hell is going on out there in New Mexico? This is little Billy, or little Bill. Forgiven, for crying out loud. Hey, you want to check in on maybe the greatest actor of our time who's got Alzheimer's? His 95 kids? You want to, and by kids, I mean 60-year-olds? You want to see what's going on? See he's not slow dancing with his dead wife for a week and a half? Last Dance with Mary Jane style? Anthony Perkins, Psycho? I mean, what's going on here, guys? Have you seen Mississippi Burning? He's phenomenal. Let's do a little wellness check. He's sleeping with corpses, for Christ's sakes. There's a dog rotting in a cage. Can we send a local sheriff by? How long did it take to check in on the Gene Hackman estate? What the fuck? Jesus, my team is on the floor. 5 passes before we get to go. I don't know. Whatever. Point is, sprinkle on Indiana. All right, let me take a quick ad read. I'll come back. We'll talk a Big East tournament, give out a MAC winner, and then we'll talk TPC Rhythm. As in Rhythm app. As in Rhythm's going to bet you. As in, let me find the graphic for that. For the Rhythm's going to bet you. Rhythm's going to bet you. Rhythm's going to bet you. With props. Rhythm is throwing an epic March Madness party, and you're invited. All Rhythm users are invited to a first 4 watch party Wednesday, March 19th at the Awesome Stadium Swim at Circa Las Vegas. Free drinks, plus you get to hang out with the guys, the boys from SGPN, including me, the Laddie Daddy. And it gets better. Rhythm is also giving away a $250 March Madness future for one random lucky Rhythm user. Even if you can't make the party, you can still with the future bet. Come by and use Rhythm to help you fill out your bracket and make some bets while you are there. Rhythm's March Madness stats and success from 2024? It just entitles UConn winning. Their percentage of winners are 39% higher than ESPN brackets as a whole. Rhythm has 34% of brackets. ESPN at 24%. Rhythm predicted Duquesne, NC State, and Oakland upsets. Boy, look at them touting themselves. A free party plus a chance at a $250 future bet. Go to sportsgamingpodcast.com/party for details. That's sportsgamingpodcast.com/party. Also brought to you by Underdog. Let me tell you about Underdog. NBA, NHL, college basketball, whatever your sport is, you can cash in big with Underdog Fantasy Pick'em. It's the best way to play fantasy for real money. It's offering a Luka Doncic discount for every Laker game for the rest of the regular season. Sign up with promo code BOMBS to claim your special pick. First time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code BOMBS. An entry I like for Underdog. Now, like I said, you can play fantasy. I went Julius Randle, higher than 6.5 rebounds. Along with, who did I else go with there? I went Klay Thompson. He's the only guy running and gunning. Higher than 18.5 points. Why not? That's my Underdog Fantasy. So go there, promo code PLAYFAN. You can play all fantasy sports for real cash. It's the best way. Plus, use my promo code BOMBS. I will set you up with an incredible bonus. And we're back on the Bottom Line Bombs. I am your host, the laddie daddy scumbagger Vance, the deli llama, the man in the box. Still talking conference tournaments. Woo! Thanking everyone who's watching live here now inside the inside my own box there on X. So if you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you like it. If you're watching live or if you're watching dead later on, I don't care. Hit the thumbs up. Tell 50,000 of your friends. Subscribe. Spotify, iTunes, YouTubes. Follow me on the socials. At CJ Sullivan was taken. Instagram, _ in between each words, or on X at CJ Sullivan _ You can email me at the bottomlinebombs at the SGPN. And if you have any crimes, any cases you want the bet detective to work on, to solve, I got a big lot of files on my desk. The bet detective's got to go through a lot of cases. But maybe I'll bring up your file. Who knows? Okay, let's do this real quick. I said I was going to give out a MAC winner, and then let me talk Big East. MAC is tough. That's the Ohio one, basically. Everything's in Ohio in the MAC. But it doesn't start till, when does the MAC conference start? That starts tomorrow, right? Let's see. I kind of like Toledo has an interesting one, but it's Akron. The problem is Akron's going to win that. I don't want to go against Akron, but Akron's line is unbettable. It's like minus 120 or something. Hold on, let me pull up the MAC. What the frig? We are Wednesday, March 12th, right? MAC, not to be confused with the MAC or the MEAC. There's a lot of AA, MCO, EAC. Yeah, the MAC starts tomorrow. That's why I wanted to give you a winner there, just in Thursday. So this, just in case you can't get any of these Wednesday ones in, which you still can. I mean, the futures are still up there. That's why I'm giving out futures, not exactly just specific games. The future board's still up there, just the numbers change a bit. Yeah, the MAC is in Ohio and Cleveland Rocket Arena. What I like about it, it's straightforward. It's very Midwest. It's very Ohio. 8 teams, no buys, 1 through 8, no reseeding. Let's go. Regular bracket. You can put this on. You can put this on your souvenir cups and fill it out, for crying out loud. So let's go. Akron is your favorite at plus 135. Miami, Ohio. Then Kent State is your 3 seed at plus 240. They played in the championship game last year, Akron and Kent State. Kent State lost when the guy fouled in a tie game or up 1 or something. He lost track of the score in time. It was pretty brutal. Feel bad for the kid, but they lost. Toledo is 30-1. They're the 4 seed. Toledo used to be really good. They're not this year. They wouldn't be worth a flyer. They wouldn't be worth a little flyer. But Akron is the clear best team, plus 135. Although I can see Kent State going in for revenge. I wish I was a better number in plus 240. But they got Von Cameron Davis, who scores 15 a game. They got Jalen Sullinger, 15 a game. So anytime you have two guys averaging over 15 points a game, you definitely have a chance. And they have revenge on their mind. So you know what? Fuck it. I just talked myself into it. Let's go plus 280. Not plus 280, 260, right? 240, I'm sorry. Plus 240, Kent State bombing. Like I said, I just can't take Akron at 135. And if they get to the championship game, which they should, although they have a tougher pass having to play Miami, Ohio, maybe Toledo can upset Akron. That would be great. Anyway. All right, now let's get to the Big East tournament right before I get to the TPC golf. And now the Big East. This is my favorite tournament. At Madison Square Garden, and it wraps up on Saturday night. That's my favorite thing about it. This is a very New York tournament, obviously. And now St. John's is back. St. John's is finally good again, thanks to slick Rick Pitino. Everyone loves Rick Pitino. He wears the white suit. He's on Jimmy Fallon. He's got the great quotes. He's a little slickster. He had relations with his mistress on the floor of an Italian restaurant and then got her pregnant and then made his strength coach marry her to keep her off his back. Everyone loves Rick Pitino. Then he went to Greece because he was disgraced, worked his way back to Iona, and now he's back in New York, baby! Living it up. I just realized I don't have a New York song. I should probably have a New York song on my soundboard. I really got to expand the soundboard. I don't have a good Pitino song. Anyway. But they are not losers anymore. They're the 1 seed.
I am not a fucking loser!
I have that. They're plus 155. There's a couple good teams in the Big East. Creighton, plus 370. UConn is the 3 seed at 4-1. Creighton is now plus 420. That went up. Xavier is plus 850. That's an interesting one. Marquette, 550. Marquette's a good team. Villanova, 15-1. And then you deal in your Georgetowns, Providence, Seton Halls, DePauls. They stink. Here's what I'll say. First of all, I love the Big East Conference because it finishes on Saturday night. All these conference tournaments need to finish on Saturday night. Have your championship game Saturday night. The Sunday afternoon ones, like your Big Tens, no one cares. Or SECs, no one cares about your championship game on Sunday. And neither do the people making the brackets. Selection Sunday, they're not hanging out to see if Purdue and Michigan State, who's going to win that game. They got travel plans to make. So finish on Saturday night so we can go out, have a nice dinner. Patino's got reservations. Enjoy a nice wine, and then go back with the family on Sunday. So, would the story be St. John's winning this be perfect? Of course. Can UConn win? Yes, they can. UConn's got a great team. And UConn brings it in the Big East tournament. They're pretty solid there, 4-1. But problem with UConn is, and you got Danny Hurley, and people want to take him out. It's just that, let me take a look at the brackets here, how it shapes up. UConn will play the winner of Villanova Seton Hall. Now, Villanova is a dangerous 6 seed. Now, Villanova, yes, Neptune lost a bunch of close games this year, but they have talent. It's Dixon, who's probably one of the best, maybe the best player in this tournament. So I'm not looking at UConn, to be honest with you. I think too many people are on them as well. And they've been way too inconsistent. They turn the ball over a lot, too, which they usually don't do. But this Creighton team at plus 420, they're going to play the winner of Georgetown DePaul. That's a cakewalk. Then they're going to play either UConn or Villanova. So all they got to do is got to beat them. And now you're in the finals against probably St. John's or even Xavier. I kind of like Xavier, too. They've been a hot team. But they got to play Marquette, too. Tough road. I think Creighton has the easiest road to the championship game that's not St. John's. And then you're sitting at a plus 420 ticket against St. John's. Give me that. Let's bomb Creighton as my Big East tournament winner. Dog got the shit end of that deal. You're damn right, Steve Eldridge. All right, that's it for the conference tournament futures. That's going to wrap it up. And then by the time I come back Monday, the actual brackets will be out. Selection Sunday is this Sunday. St. Patrick's Day on Monday, kids. And that's when we fill out all the brackets. And with that, we'll have a big Monday bracket show. And then off to Vegas for Wednesday. So there will be no Wednesday show next week because I'll be in Vegas. But I will have shows all weekend, though, and with the rest of the boys at SGPN, as we'll be doing all kinds of content. But my normal time, Wednesday, a week from now, 1 p.m., will not be happening. I'll get a show in, but it'll probably be later on because we'll be traveling from Burbank to Vegas. Okay. Now, man, alive. Boy, do I waste time on this show. I am such a time waster. My goodness. Now I have to rush my TPC Sawgrass. That's my whole thing. This is the biggest golf tournament. TPC Sawgrass! All right. Yeah, let's get a little golf in. TPC Sawgrass is a big tournament. Great course. I got that 17th hole that's on there. You get a lot of hole-in-ones, a lot of double bogeys. This course, they say it's like the non-major major, the Players' Championship. That's what TPC stands for. It has the most bogeys or worse scored the entire year of the entire PGA Tour other than the U.S. Open and the British Open, or known as the Open over in Europe. So it goes U.S. Open, the Open, and then TPC. So what's that mean? It means you're getting a volatile, unpredictable round. So anyone can win, but it's all the top-tier talent is there too. So I want to give out 2 favorites, 3 dogs, 3 matchups, and a couple top 10s. Last week, we hit our matchups. Lost some bad beat. We hit a top 10. Although we didn't have them to win for some reason, for crying out loud. I need 1. It's all right. We'll get past it. We still win. Winner's a winner. They have moved this up to March. It used to be in the middle of the season where anything could happen. But now you still need strong iron play, a lot of different things. So we're going to go with, everyone is on Ludwig Aberg. He's at 18-1. That's not the best price for him. He's playing great golf. He had 1 bad round basically in the last month and he got sick. So if you throw that away, he's kind of playing incredible. No one ever repeats at this until Scotty Scheffler repeated last year. We're not playing Scotty Scheffler. He's at 4-1. That's impossible. We can't play that. McIlroy is also, he's going to be in trouble. But all right, we'll play Ludwig Aberg 18-1 as a first favorite. But here's what I really like. Tommy Fleetwood, 30-1. Tommy Fleetwood is made for a course like this, and he's playing great golf. I know a lot of people are on him as well, but that's all right. For chalk at 30-1, you can do worse than Tommy Fleetwood. So that's our 2 plays. Aberg and Fleetwood, 30-1, 18-1. I'm just going to go through these real fast. My favorite play, I'll give out a couple dogs. You got Daniel Berger, 65-1. We've just been playing him, and we can't stop now. Because if he hits and we don't play him, I'll be sick to my stomach because I play him every week. Daniel Berger, 65-1. Nikki Taylor, 120-1. That's my real long shot bomb. But my favorite bomb, who I'm going to get heavy into, Step Strack. Guy chugs Diet Coke. He's an Austrian.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. I enjoyed that.
And I know that's not what Austrian is, but I like that soundbite anyway. He's playing his best golf he's ever played right now, Sepp Straka. He's hot. His irons are hot. Everything about him is hot. So we're going to take him at 50-1 to win it. Top 10 plus 450. That's my favorite play. Sepp Straka, top 10 plus 450 and 50-1 to win it. Let's bomb it. Two matchups I like. We're going to go Justin Thomas. Same thing we did last week. JT over Alexander Schauffele. We faded him last week and it worked out. He's coming back from a rib injury. This is not the place to do it in. This is the second week back. He was bad last week. He's going to be bad again. We're getting JT at -120. That's kind of, I think this is stealing. JT's playing very good. Minus 120 over Xander. I like this. I don't even think Xander makes the cut, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind taking this. Does Xander make the cut? But JT minus 120 over him for the tournament. Bomb that one. And another one we're going back to, Ben Griffin, hot as can be. He didn't play great last week, but he still won us our matchup. We'll take him over Doug Gim, who's not putting well at all. Doug Gim's playing well, but he's not putting well. And he's going on his Bermuda grass, his worst grass. Oh, these golfers love their different types of grass. And the Kentucky blue. So Ben Griffin over Doug Gim. Bomb that. That'll be our two matchups. JT over Xander. We'll keep it at that. Ben Griffin over Gim. Sepp Straka, plus 450 top 10. And to win at 50-1. Also, Aberg and Fleetwood. And a little flyer on Berger and Nick Taylor. That's going to do it for the TPC. Good luck if you're playing golf. There's nothing better than betting golf than sweating it and lying on your couch all Sunday as the brackets roll in and listening to the sounds. All right, that's good. And Channing Brown, welcome to the chat with the cheers. You got a cheer, you got a bomb, you got a cheers. Now, just in time, Channing, because now I'm going into the box. Yeah, welcome to the box as we lock in here today on Wednesday. Like I said, by the time I come back on Monday, the brackets will be out. Vegas will be upon us. Incredible as we get into the mid of March, the Ides of March television shows. And I love flying. I don't mind not flying to Vegas. I'm not driving to Vegas like I did for the road to 10 million. Make sure you are subscribed to all my socials and the YouTubes where I'm putting out all week the wrapping up of the road to 10 million. I just chopped up some more clips. The next two will be on the beach. Today is more driving, me yelling on the road. That's what I learned most about road to 10 million. It's how much I yell in the car. I yell a lot. But as you'll see from today's episode, it's not my fault. I stand by that. Everyone else are idiots. Anyway, but this time I'll be flying like a gentleman out of Burbank Airport with Sean and Ryan, same flight on Southwest. Southwest Airlines are in the news again. Now, I have a volatile love-hate relationship, an abusive relationship with Southwest, if you will. They'll cancel their flights out of nowhere. They don't care. Then they'll give me a voucher for a free flight. They let you change flight. I mean, the perks they do are worth going to. I'm like, all right, Southwest, I can't quit you. You got me fired from this job. I couldn't get to Phoenix, but you gave me a voucher, so I'll come back to you. They do this like, all right, get off this plane. This one's not working. And people are like, what? What do you mean it's not working? What's wrong with it? I love when people demand to know what's wrong with the plane. What's wrong with the plane, Janet? What do you mean what's wrong with it? What do you know? What are they going to tell you that you're going to relate to? Oh, it's got one wing. They told me it's got one wing. I'd understand that. You can't fly with one wing. It goes around in circles. But then they give you a voucher. And one of the perks of Southwest, they're pulling them away from us. It used to be the open seating policy, Democratic. All you had to do, you had to check in 24 hours beforehand, and everyone had the same chance as anyone else. If you had your life in order, just a little bit going on, you set an alarm a day ahead, you check in online, you can get yourself a nice seat, an A43 maybe, A12, anything, you know? Then they started getting it for the fat cats. They started doing their business select, $25 one way. Next thing you know, you didn't even have a chance of the first A45s. Maybe you can get a nibble at the late 50s, but mostly you're getting B for the auto check-in. So I didn't like that. They took that out of our hands. Now it's a rigged game. The other thing Southwest does, which is why they're in the news right now, is baggage flies free. It's part of their slogan. Bags fly free. You shouldn't have to pay for your bags, which seems ridiculous now when growing up because all bags flew for free. But then all the airlines change it because airlines suck any cent they can out of you because they believe they're a dying business. So they charge you for bags, and it's crazy, and it makes flying worse. Everything they've done for flight makes it worse. They cramp us in there. It's tight. The seats are smaller. There's no room. They haven't improved these planes. Now we have to pack all our luggage on us and jam them in overheads. That's why people go viral. That's why people are screaming at each other. That's why women are yelling, that motherfucker's not real, because they're drunk off fucking amaretto sours because of how stressful it is, because we got to put all our luggage up. Now Southwest says they're going to start charging for what? You're going to start charging for bags at 2 Southwest? Who do you think you are? Why do you think we take you? That's one of the only goddamn perks left of Southwest was free bags. I loved it. I would overpack if I had a Southwest flight. Because there's nothing more freeing than walking the airport with no luggage. I feel, and I look at everyone else slumming around like John Candy and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, bringing a case like around. Like, oh, God, you poor people with your luggage. You're disgusting. You disgust me. And your rollers and your bang and people driving luggage. Mine is checked like royalty. Now, granted, I would only do that for Southwest. It's free. Now I will not do it anymore. I'm not charging $45 for a fucking bag, especially when I can wear the clothes myself. I will say at least Southwest keeps the one thing. The one perk they still have is changing. They are pretty good with changing your flight. If you got to do it next day, next hour, whatever, it's like hitting the snooze alarm. Like, oh, 8 o'clock. Yeah, I'm not going to make that, Southwest. Why don't you put me on 11? Can you do that? Different city? I don't care. I'm just not making the 6 a.m. flight. See, it's like a snooze alarm. Bang, bang, no problem, no thing, no price, no change, no nothing. One time, Jeff Klinger, he called in to cancel a flight or said he can't make a flight that was like 8 hours from now. Like, the flight's not till tonight. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm not going to make it. I just know me, and I know what the day is ahead of me, and there's no way I'm making that flight. My buddy's bartending, and it's just not going to happen. It's like, you could go now. You can leave right now. You'll make it just fine. You can walk to the airport. You'll make it. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and change that? So at least they're keeping that. But the luggage, Southwest, don't get ahead of yourselves. We do not like you like that, okay? We don't have that kind of a relationship. We put up with your damn flight attendants' bits open mic night on the monitor because of the free luggage. Because of the seating system. Your cities suck. I mean, good God. Now we got to fight through the A, B, C, and all this stuff. I mean, like I said, abusive relationship, and I'll still come back to them. The LA to Vegas, I'll do that. But this, we're going to see how this works. We're going to see how and if I know Southwest customers, it's not going to work well. They're loud, they're angry, and they like to complain. They like to butt ahead. They like to look at your number. What are you, B47? I'm B45, so I'm 2 ahead of you. Okay, go ahead, sweetheart. You can go ahead of me 2 spots. You're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're going to the same spot, but okay. I need a Southwest line as well. Anyway. So that's going to do it for today. Japan, welcome to the chat. He says Justin Thomas winner 22-1. Listen, I was on JT last week, the top 10. He played well to the last day. Then he really fucking shit the bed on the last day.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
I mean, he just bailed out. But I've always been a JT fan. He can hit any shot in the bag. He was a Kobe. He can do any shot there is, so you always be scared of him. But that'll do it for today's Bottom Line Bombs. Thank you, everyone who did join the show. Make sure you give me a 5-star review. Tell 50,000 of your friends. Subscribe. Not just the Bottom Line Bombs, but all the shows on the Sports Gaming Podcast Network. The Steffi Small Show coming up after this. Make sure you subscribe to her show. Excited to have her. I'm trying to think of what we should call our shows together, because I know it was the C block, me and Colby, with the C block, Colby and CJ. Now it's gonna be me and Steffi Smalls. I was thinking Biggie and Smalls or Big and Smalls, even though no one calls me Big, at least not to my face. But like a Biggie Smalls text. I don't know. I'm always good with the names. Dab time. Channing Brown says, "I hope I'm a man in a box later tonight." Great segment. Thank you very much. All right, that's gonna do it for the man in the box. Let me get out of here. Thank you, everyone. Join the thing. You all know. Join the thing. I just don't know how to end shows sometimes. I think I've done enough plugging, right? We got conference bombs. We have everything else. Right? Just end it. I always do this. I don't know how to end conversations in real life at parties. You ever like leave someone job? All right, see ya. So should we do this Sunday? Like you start making plans. Stop making plans. What are you talking about? Just leave. It's okay to leave. Go. It's fine. I give you permission to walk out of here without saying anything else. Just go. Life will happen, and I'll see you in the future. That's going to be my sign off here at the Bottom Line Bombs. Everyone go. Life's going to happen. I'll see you in the future. Goodbye.
Do it, oh my, now I'm telling them,